big giant smallmouth on that panfish pole.
Unit of a white bass. Big boy. Our nicest crappie right there. Woodcraft lure in there with my custom chrome and white jig. Boom. First nice one. What do we got? Really nice crappie. Really nice crappie. Really nice crappie. Biggest one. That's just a unit. Wow. Just a perfect eater. Look at that brute. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at that tank. So this time out, we are not after walleyes or perch. Big old crappies on a very cloudy, misty, rainy day. Big old crappies on some woodcraft lures. And my little custom Blue Shed Outdoor little jigs, just crushing them. Fishing timber on a backwater area. We're gonna hopefully catch a whole bunch more. So. Alright, so this time out we're fishing on the backwaters of the Mississippi River, going after crappies on a very rainy and cloudy day. Fishing along this old railroad track where there's a bunch of trees, you know, rocks, boulders, all kinds of everything. A little bit deeper water, and we're just going along this, catching all kinds of crappies on this rainy and cloudy day, just using a bobber and a jig head with a woodcraft lure, just going along that, catching as many as we can. Here's our first fish. I'm gonna switch to some gulp and try that. Some woodcraft lure minnows. There we go, first crappie. A little bit of misting, a little bit of rain, pure cloudy. A little bit of wind coming right up in here, making that chop on the water. First crappie. That one had me right. You see that log going down into the water right there? He was right on top of that thing trying to get me tangled up. Our nicest crappie right there. I'll have to measure it to see how big it is. But there's that woodcraft lure in there with my custom chrome and white jig. Boom. First nice one. All right. What we got? We have about 11 inches. Nice eater crappie. Hopefully we get more. What do we got? Really nice crappie. Really nice crappie. Really nice crappie. Look at that tank. Either that's a 12-incher or a putter backer. That is a tank. Now that woodcraft lure, I cut off a little bit of it to make it like a ½ inch. I want it to be bigger than an inch for some bigger crappies. Look at that crappie. Right from this big tree, way out in front, and I was jigging it back. Boom. Fishing 2 feet under the bobber. We got to measure that thing and see how big it actually is. Wow, look at that. That's a unit. Let's see here. This is a 12-inch box. Right under, almost right at 12. Perfect one, biggest one. That's just a unit. Wow. Look at that. Wow. This one's got a weird little belly on it. We're going to release this one. I don't know what's going on with it, but maybe them are eggs. I don't know. So we're just going to throw that one back. Log. Pulled out another almost 12-inch crappie. Just a perfect eater. Look at that brute. The rain kind of stopped. It's just cloudy now. Boom, boom. The fishing got slow, but we got one now. Look at that. Look at that. Let's see how big he is here. He is over 11 inches. Over 11. Look at that. Is that a 10-incher? Is that a 10-inch bluegill on that over a ½ woodcraft lure? Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at that tank. Here we go. Measure. almost 9 inches. Almost a 9-inch bluegill right there. Gee, look at that tank. What do we got? Here we go. Nice crappie. As you can see, I was way down in that corner. I'm fishing this corner along these. This is like where, you know, it drops off. They made like a old railroad here. And nice crappie right there. I'm just trying along here. It's like, this is the area to fish for these crappies, is right along here. And this timber falling over and stuff. Move to a different spot here, right around the corner over there. It is raining. We were catching fish here, but now that it started raining pretty good, it's starting to die again here. The fish just haven't been biting lately here now. So we're gonna move and end our night over in the other area. We'll probably try by the boathouses there and just see what we can come up with before it gets bad or what. That's what I'm using here. Here's my reel. The line I'm using is, of course, 6-pound Suffix Elite fishing line, and then that bobber about 2 feet under with that jig head and that woodcraft lure. That there. Then a dogfish, not what we're looking for. Well, I suppose we are heading out. They just completely shut off. I don't know if it's because of the weather or what,